Good evening. My name is Christina Davis, and I'm the President and CEO of the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to welcome you to the 36th Annual Teacher Eddy Awards and our first ever virtual gala. Now, normally, we'd all be gathered together at the Hilton LAX in their grand ballroom, joined by over 400 teachers, administrators, and business leaders to celebrate education. And while we can't join together as we usually do, we can celebrate 20 inspiring teachers in our community. So this isn't exactly the event that we had planned for you, but I can assure you that we've worked very hard to make tonight special. There may be some hiccups here and there. The internet may glitch. You might hear a dog bark. You might see my kid throwing a tantrum in the background. And our audio visual might not work perfectly. But all of that does not minimize how appreciative we are of the work that each of you do day after day to educate our youth. We are currently streaming this event online. So to our audience watching at home, make sure you leave a message in the chat box so that I can share some of your messages with our teacher honorees. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to 20 of the most inspirational people that I've ever had the pleasure of sharing a screen with. Would you please join me in applauding our 2020 Outstanding Teachers of the Year? Before I hand the program over, I'd like each of you to know that we have a special raffle planned at the end of the event. So make sure you hang out with us for the whole call, because you must be present to win. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to Lory Sarlo to tell you a little bit about the Eddies.
Welcome, Outstanding Teacher Honorees. My name is Lory Sarlo, and I'm the co-chair of the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce Education Committee and tonight's event co-chair. The Chamber and its leadership are proud to support education in our community, and we're absolutely honored to have all of you joining us here tonight for this event. For those of you that are not familiar with the Teacher Eddy Awards, I wanted to share a little bit about its long history. What began as a luncheon in 1984 was turned into a gala event in 1988. The LAX Coastal Chamber began presenting its teacher honorees with a beautiful crystal award they dubbed the Eddy. The Eddy represents excellence in education, and only the most committed teachers are eligible to receive this prestigious award. And while we're unable to be together physically this year, we still wanted to celebrate our fantastic honorees. The Chamber thanks all of you who spend every day working in the classrooms, both physically and virtually, to make sure their students, the future leaders of our community, are receiving the best education possible. Thank you, teachers, for inspiring us. And now I'd like to introduce my co-hostess for the evening, Gwen Vuchsas.
I am the co-chair of the Education Committee of the Chamber of Commerce, and I am tonight's event co-chair. I'm very excited to introduce a special guest joining us this evening, Nick Melvoin, who is our LAUSD board member, and Nick is going to say a few words.
Well, thank you, Gwen, and hello from the LAX Hilton Ballroom and from the Eddy Awards 2019. I just figured in this upside down world, what is time anymore anyways? So here's hearkening back to last year's Eddy Awards. But it is really nice to be with you tonight for the first ever live streamed Teacher Eddy Awards. The LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce, you are relentless in serving our community, and we're so grateful. Your theme this year, celebrating those who inspire, is especially on point. During this crisis, we have seen our school communities rise to truly inspirational levels. We've served nearly 20 million meals to the community. We've bridged the digital divide by distributing over 100,000 digital devices to students and their families. And our teachers, those teachers we're honoring tonight, have stepped up to set their virtual classrooms within days after the emergency closure, and they are overnight transitioning education as we know it, not just in this city, but across the country and the world. I want to say congratulations to all the teachers that we're recognizing tonight and all the teachers here and in our virtual classrooms who work every day for our kids. It's clear tonight that we are in the presence, at least the virtual presence, of greatness. The teachers here are working countless hours, late nights and weekends to go above and beyond in this new transition. We say it a lot, but teaching really is the hardest job on the planet. And I think that one thing that we've all recognized in this shutdown is just how overworked and underpaid, underappreciated they are. And so thank you to the Eddy Awards for at least bringing one night where we can show the requisite level of gratitude. I've been in office for almost 3 years now, And it's been quite a year, but it doesn't compare to my first few weeks and years teaching. And so just immense gratitude and love to all of you. So thank you to the great teachers for inspiring us, to the school leaders and community partners who are joining us virtually, to the sponsors, and of course the LAX Chamber and Education Foundation, Gwen, Christina, Lory, and the crew. It's a pleasure to be here year after year. And so stay safe, healthy, 6 feet apart, and sane. And thanks for letting me join tonight.
Thank you, Nick. Events like these would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. And even in these trying times, our generous donors stepped up to the plate to help us make our Eddy Awards something special tonight for these 20 teachers. For those of you watching online, to help them celebrate tonight, each of our teacher honorees have received a very special gift bag, which included their Eddy Award, dining certificates to local restaurants in the Marina del Rey, Westchester, Playa del Rey area, a bottle of something nice, and an Amazon gift card. We hope all of our teachers enjoy the gifts which were made possible by the following sponsors. 5-star sponsors. Drawlinger Family Charitable Foundation, thank you, Karen Dial. The William H. Hannon Foundation, thank you, David Herbst. The Hometown News, thank you, Stephanie Davis. 4-star sponsors. The LAX Coastal Education Foundation, the Playa Venice Sunrise Rotary Club, of which I am a proud member. Sarlo Income Tax Service, thank you, Lory and Mike. 3-star sponsors, Legato, Kaiser Permanente, SoCal Gas, and Mike Harriel, who has been a wonderful friend to education and to our schools. We have our 2-star sponsor, Westchester Lutheran Church and Schools, and our 1-star sponsor, St. Anastasia. I would also like to thank Tracy Cox of One Hope Wine, who donated a case of wine for our honorees to celebrate. We would also like to acknowledge the Sarlo family, Ritz-Carlton Marina del Rey, Truxton's American Bistro, Benny's Tacos, and Fleming's El Segundo, who contributed items for tonight's raffle. Thank you again to all of our sponsors that made tonight possible. And now we have a special video we'd like to play for you and especially for our teachers, courtesy of a few smiling faces and some you may recognize.
I have a teacher named Miss Garcia. She inspires me a lot, and I love her, and she never tells me to give up, but I love her in my heart.
Miss Cocozza is my 4th grade teacher at Westport Heights. She inspires me to try harder, be creative, and to do what makes me feel the most comfortable.
Ms. King inspires me to try harder and get things right and learn from my mistakes, all while making learning fun.
Miss Cassimere, you are a great teacher. I get inspired by all the wonderful and motivational messages you have posted all around the walls in your room.
My teacher inspires me to be a better reader.
Congratulations, Miss Moore, on getting the Wish Academy 2020 Teacher of the Year Award. I'm so happy.
Mr. W inspires me to set a goal and to work hard to reach that goal. So thank you, Mr. W, for showing me that hard work will always pay off.
Mrs. Morisaki is the best teacher ever. She inspires me to be a good student.
Congrats, Miss Moore, on your award. I'm so happy I get to be in your class. You allow each and every one of your students to be creative in class and still make it a fun learning experience for all of us.
Thank you for inspiring me to think super. Thank you, Miss Benitez.
My teacher, Frau Akbaba, inspires me to try harder every day. Thank you, Frau Akbaba, and all the other amazing teachers.
Now, wasn't that sweet? How about those great kids that are so inspired by these great teachers?
All right, everyone, I have been deemed tonight's fun coordinator. So what's more fun than a 15-second dance party? You, but I'm ready to celebrate. Gwen, let's start with the first 5 honorees.
Our first honoree, Frau Nazmiye Akbaba from Goethe International Charter School. Ms. Akbaba teaches multiple subjects in 2nd grade in the German language. What inspires her to teach is her knowing that she might have a chance to make a difference in someone's life. She is also inspired by her students' parents. Her school principal states that Miss Akbaba's German-speaking classroom promotes a constructivist environment full of stimulating materials to inspire her students. Miss Akbaba is a true Renaissance woman. For years, she has taught the entire second grade how to salsa dance, an activity she practices outside of school. She was also the driving force behind a very successful school-wide pursuit to expand a social media presence. Congratulations, Frau Nazmiye Akbaba. Our next honoree is Christina Benitez from Kentwood Elementary School. Ms. Benitez teaches special education for third through fifth grade students. What inspires her to teach is to establish connections with students. She is also inspired by her family every day because they have instilled in her the attributes of independence and determination. Her school principal states that Ms. Benitez goes above and beyond every day. She meets her students' individual needs while promoting a culture of community in her classroom. Ms. Benitez works collaboratively with her colleagues. She is loving, supportive, inspiring, and always has a warm smile. Congratulations, Ms. Benitez from Kentwood Elementary School. Our next honoree, Robyn Cassimere from Katherine Johnson STEM Academy. Ms. Cassimere teaches physical education to 6th to 8th grade students. What inspires her to teach is her students. Their feedback, questions, comments, and humor keep her going and excited to bring them engaging activities and projects. Her school principal states that Ms. Cassimere has gone above and beyond in her role as a PE teacher. Ms. Cassimere provides creative lessons that teach healthy living and creative, healthy lifestyles. Her students talk about being and keeping fit. Ms. Cassimere also teaches to the whole child. She makes a point to address the students' social and emotional needs. Ms. Cassimere works hard every day to ensure all students become 21st century problem solvers with great hearts and great minds. Thank you, Ms. Cassimere from Katherine Johnson STEM Academy. We now have Chris Eckardt from Otis College of Art and Design. Mr. Eckardt teaches digital media to undergraduate students. He is an inspirational teacher. The school dean states that Mr. Eckardt is known for being extraordinarily supportive, inspiring, as well as knowledgeable and skilled at teaching. Simply, Mr. Eckardt inspires greatness, motivates, and promotes a standard of excellence that benefits the entire student body of the Otis Community College. He is a calm and steady presence in his students' lives. He goes above and beyond to support and provide services to his students. Congratulations to Chris Eckardt from Otis College of Art and Design. The next honoree is Farrah Cocozza from Westport Heights Elementary. Ms. Cocozza teaches multiple subjects to 4th and 5th graders. What inspires her to teach is her students. Every year she gets a different group of students with different needs, and she is always thinking of ways she can help them and make learning fun. Her students inspire her to be creative and resourceful. Her school principal states that Ms. Cocozza is an outstanding teacher. She works tirelessly to provide a caring classroom for her students, where she gives them time to grow together as learners and empathetic young people. Ms. Cocozza uses innovative teaching methods. She meets the needs of all of her students by using pedagogical practices which allow for students to have instruction that has a high ceiling and low floors, making instruction accessible to all. And now we are honored to have Ms. Cocozza joining us to say a few words.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. First, I'd like to thank the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce for recognizing teachers, making us feel appreciated, and most importantly, giving us a reason to dress up and celebrate. This award means a lot. I've been teaching for 13 years now, and I have been fortunate enough to have worked with principals and co-teachers who have been great resources and have challenged me to be a better teacher. I wouldn't be accepting this award if it weren't for my Westport Heights Elementary family. Westport Heights has teachers and staff who are some of the most dedicated people I have ever worked with. Our principal, Mrs. Hughes, supports us, her teachers, to be as creative as we want to be. I'd also like to thank all the devoted parents at Westport Heights, especially the parents in my classroom, room 23, who gave me their trust and support from the very first day of school. And of course, I wouldn't be the teacher I am today without my students. I'd like to thank my 4th and 5th graders. Being in a combo class is challenging, but my students took on that challenge and were always open and excited to new learning. And finally, I'd like to thank my family. My parents always instilled in me the value of good education, and my sisters always encouraged me. My husband, Don, who has been my sounding board, and I feel bad for him sometimes, and always builds me up when I felt defeated. And my 4-year-old son, Tony, who motivates me to be the kind of teacher he deserves. And to all the other teacher honorees, I feel very privileged to be accepting this award with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cocozza, for those wonderful words, and congratulations again. And we're so happy that you're joining us tonight.
We are ready for our next fun break. And so for our first fun break, we're going to do a raffle. I have 3 items that I'd like to raffle off tonight. Our first is courtesy of the Ritz-Carlton Marina Del Rey. They've donated a beautiful artisanal cheese and meat platter. And the winner is, please hold, Miss Morisaki from Paseo Del Rey. Thank you, Miss Morisaki. Our next one is a $50 gift card courtesy of Fleming's El Segundo. And the winner is Mr. Fleming of Westchester Lutheran. I see what happened there. All right, and our last raffle item for now is a $100 gift card to Truxton's American Bistro. Thank you, Tim Foley. And the winner is, here we go, Miss Benitez from Kentwood Elementary School. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much. So before we break, I'd like to encourage all of you at home to fill up something special in your drink. Maybe it's juice, mine's apple cider, because at our next break, we're gonna do a toast to all the teachers. So Lory, take it away.
Our next honoree is Bill Fleming from Westchester Lutheran School. Mr. Fleming teaches English to 6th through 8th grade students. He is inspired to teach because he loves when a lesson, quote unquote, clicks with a student. This is a great feeling because it shows he has played a role in helping the student understand. He's also inspired by teachers he had when he was growing up. He remembers their lessons that were beyond the books, and he hopes he can pass on those lessons to his students. He wants his students to leave his classroom knowing that they are better prepared to face what's next than when they first entered his classroom. His school principal states that Mr. Fleming gives 110% all the time, whether it is in the classroom, on the court, or on the soccer field. His passion for teaching is evident in his curriculum design and implementation. He is beyond genuine relationships with students, their parents, and his co-workers. His students say that he makes English fun. Congratulations, Mr. Fleming from Westchester Lutheran School. Our next honoree is Adela Gallegos from St. Bernard High School. Ms. Gallegos teaches English and philosophy to 10th to 12th graders. What inspires her to teach is watching her seniors graduate. When her students begin as freshmen, some are on the quiet side, maybe not the most comfortable or willing to get creative, but by the time they cross the stage, they are ready. They're ready not just academically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Her school principal states that Ms. Gallegos is dedicated, determined, and generous faculty member. This year, Mrs. Gallegos jumped in with both feet to make St. Bernard great. She took on the role as ASB coordinator. In this role, she is constantly working with students to create and implement student activities, both on and off campus. In the classroom, she is always striving to get the best from her students. Congratulations, Ms. Adela Gallegos from St. Bernard High School. Our next honoree is Laura Garcia from St. Jerome School. Ms. Garcia teaches multiple subjects to transition and kindergarten students. What inspires her to teach are the smiles and the sense of wonder her students have when they are learning. Seeing them grow as children and students gives her joy and a sense of accomplishment to do her best. Her school principal states that Ms. Garcia is a gem. She teaches a combined classroom with TK and kindergarten students and thus manages 2 strands of Common Core standards. Her daily preparation is impeccable, and her natural ability to differentiate instruction between the 2 classes is done effortlessly. Ms. Garcia has built a family of learners that are excited to be at school every day. Congratulations, Miss Garcia from St. Jerome School. Our next honoree is Kyle Gleason from Wish Community School, TK through 5. Mr. Gleason teaches multiple subjects to kindergarten students. What inspires him to teach is his belief that all children have the capacity to learn and to shape our world in a positive way. He is driven by the notion that if children can be nurtured to recognize and assert their own self-worth, they can develop an equally immense and unwavering respect for and appreciation for their friends, family, community, and our planet Earth. His school principal states that Mr. Gleason works countless hours outside of school to make sure every single one of his students is supported. He is a wonderful teacher who can show compassion, understanding, and tolerance, but still maintain a solid structure in his classroom. He brings laughter into the classroom, which the children love, and opens them up to learning and communicating, not only with him, but with each other. Congratulations, Mr. Gleason from Wish Community School, TK through 5. Our next honoree is Jose Gomez from Carousel School. Mr. Gomez teaches high school special day classes for students with moderate to severe disabilities. What inspires him to teach are his students by having shared knowledge and positive experiences with them. He's inspired by having made a difference in their families' lives. His school principal states that Mr. Gomez provides individualized instruction in order to accommodate each of his students' abilities. His classroom environment is enriched with music, dance. He offers visual integration, art, and real-world experiences through community-based instruction. And now we'd like to give Mr. Gomez the opportunity to say a few words.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say thanks real fast. I want to say thanks to Miss Maria Davis, Mr. Joe Davis, Miss Ann, Mr. Edsel for being my mentor, my fellow teachers and therapists who make a great team, my classroom staff members who help me out every day with the students, my family and friends for their positivity, and the LAX Coastal for the teacher award and for the bottle of whiskey I got. I like teaching because it's fun, and I surround myself with great people, good-hearted people who have a common mission. And even though I'm the classroom teacher, the students are the ones that are teaching me more about myself. So students are teachers too. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. Now it's back to you, fun coordinator.
Thank you so much. So our next fun activity will be a toast. I want you all, both the teachers on the call today and all the people online, I want you to remember that one person in your life that made a difference. That person that told you to work harder, that person that inspired you to move forward, that person that never gave up on you. You are all on this call those type of people. So this toast is to you. Cheers. And here's to celebrating 20 inspiring individuals. All right, let's move on to our next 5 honorees.
Please join me in congratulating Jenny Jackson from Venice High School. Miss Jackson teaches biology, AP environmental science, and marine biology to 9th to 12th grade students. What inspires her to teach is the privilege of meeting many new students each year. She then gets to spend the next few years building lasting relationships with these young adults. She relishes the thrill of watching students get energized by learning science and watching them make connections as they learn new things. Her school principal states that Miss Jackson works hard to connect to students in some small way, either through small but deliberate personal conversations or life-applicable lessons. She believes that when students trust their teacher, they also subconsciously open their minds to whatever lesson they are learning. Congratulations, Miss Jackson from Venice High School. The next honoree is Grace Kang from Wish Community Middle School. Ms. Kang teaches math to 7th grade students. What inspires her to teach are her students. They inspire her to make sure that she is always improving as a teacher. She has always enjoyed working with kids, and she loves it when she knows that their confidence in math is growing. Her school principal states that Ms. Kang is a powerful teacher who makes her students feel confident and excited about learning math. Ms. Kang uses many strategies in the classroom to reach each of her students' diverse needs. She has a way of making students feel heard and supported. Ms. King follows the philosophy that regular practice with complex math problems leads to understanding and mastery of the content. Congratulations, Ms. King from Wish Community Middle School. The next honoree, Danae McBroom from Loyola Village Fine and Performing Arts Magnet Elementary School. Ms. McBroom teaches 5th grade and is the English language designee. Her school principal states that Ms. McBroom utilized technology and arts in the classroom to widen student engagement. It is her belief that to teach a child and educate about each child as an individual, and she focuses much of her attention on reaching them where they begin and creates a we can mentality that promotes collaboration. Congratulations, Ms. McBroom from Loyola Village School. Now we're on to Bethany Moore from Wish Academy High School. Ms. Moore teaches English and Introduction to Philosophy to 9th to 11th grade students. What inspires her to teach is knowing how impactful a good education can be on someone's life. She wants to be someone who makes a positive impact on the world, and she feels that teaching is the perfect way to achieve that goal. Her school principal states that Ms. Moore is a well-loved teacher and has been working hard to ensure that all scholars are able to access English at the 9th grade level. Ms. Moore has added the psychology curriculum to Wish Academy this year. Ms. Moore has encouraged scholars to create their own groups, clubs, and cultivate their ideas. She has supported 9th grade students in opening the high school newspaper and is looking to open a student-generated journalism program next year. Congratulations, Ms. Moore from Wish Academy High School. Our next honoree is Christina Smith-Corleone from Cowan Avenue Elementary. Ms. Smith-Corleone teaches 4th grade and is the school's STEM coordinator. What inspires her to teach is her love of children and always feeling like she has a purpose outside her own interests. She is inspired by her students' dreams and moved by their possibilities. Being a part of a kid's life journey makes her heart full. Her school principal states that Ms. Smith-Corleone is a lead teacher who actively collaborates with her colleagues through science and technology training. She has introduced to her school site the use of enriching technology lessons, including educational filmmaking by using a green screen, the exploration of science concepts through the use of virtual reality goggles, and coding lessons through a variety of robotics equipment. And now Ms. Smith-Corleone would like to say a few words.
I just want to thank my colleagues at Cowan for being my partners, especially on our STEM certification process, and for voting for me to receive such an honor. My principal for being progressive and giving me a platform to be transformational and innovative. I love, love, love my students and my class and the leadership team. They really are the best, and I've enjoyed them, all of the kids at Cowan that I've had the pleasure of working with this year. I want to thank my LA and Louisville family and friends for being supportive during my highs and lows. I have to thank my 3- and 4-year-old daughters for being so patient. There have been many nights and weekends where they had to be resourceful and come up with creative ways to keep themselves busy while I was working on projects for Cowan. Being an educator is such a huge part of what makes me me, and I'm so fortunate to have a family that understands that and just lets me be me. And lastly, I want to thank the LAX Coastal Chambers of Commerce for having the Eddy Awards. When you have a career where you can't get a raise because you rocked it, having ceremonies like this are so meaningful. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Smith-Corleone from Cowan Avenue School, and congratulations. And we're so, again, happy to be able to present this evening to you. Christina, back to you.
Thank you, Gwen. Well, I am just amazed by the outpouring of support that we're seeing from our online audience on YouTube. We have from Amy Hellenbrecht, congrats, Ms. Corleone. We have Katherine Johnson STEM Academy saying thank you to Ms. Moore. We have a lot of woohoos and way to go. And I hope that all of you will get a chance to look at the YouTube stream and see all the wonderful comments. You are so appreciated and loved, not just by us, but by everyone in the community. So please take the time to look at the chat on YouTube. Thank you to our audience for participating. You're making this event go great for us, and we really appreciate it.
Our next honoree is Kelly Morisaki from Paseo del Rey Natural Science Magnet. Mrs. Morisaki teaches transitional kindergarten and kindergarten. What inspires her to teach is the joy her young students bring her every day. She loves their sense of humor and their honesty. Teaching her youngest students is so fulfilling because she can see tremendous growth in them throughout the school year. They go from tears and not wanting to be separate from their mom to smart, independent scholars. Her school principal has this to say about Mrs. Morisaki. When you walk into her classroom, you will observe small group instruction, meeting the needs of all her diverse learners. Having a dance background has enabled Mrs. Morisaki to include music, dance, and singing into her daily instruction and school-wide performances. Mrs. Morisaki is always extending an open invitation to build a school community by having kindergarten play dates so families and students can socialize after school. Congratulations, Mrs. Morisaki from Paseo del Rey Natural Science Magnet. Our next honoree is Jonas Murica from Loyola Marymount University. Mr. Murica teaches physics to undergraduates. What inspires him to teach is the success of his students and the joyful awe they experience in learning about how very strange the universe really is. The school dean states that Mr. Murica is a dedicated teacher who engages his students both in and outside of the formal classroom setting with a passion and panache for performance. Mr. Murica's enthusiasm draws students in to fully engage in the many active learning opportunities he provides. Mr. Murica excels as a mentor to his students. He continuously offers his students the opportunity to grow in ways they may not otherwise ever thought capable. Congratulations, Mr. Murica. Our next honoree is Susie Soriano from St. Anastasia Catholic School. Ms. Soriano teaches 5th grade social studies, math, religion, and art. What inspires her to teach were her own struggles as a student. She strives to create an environment in her classroom that will hopefully make every child feel they can be successful. When she sees the students' pride in their success and their desire to learn more, she is inspired to keep teaching. Her school principal states that Ms. Soriano is dedicated to her students and is a trusted and loyal colleague. Ms. Soriano's desire to be a teacher came from her own struggles as a student. This gives her a compassionate and understanding perspective for each of her students. Her goal is to provide a classroom environment that is safe and nurturing while maintaining high expectations for all of her students. We applaud you, Ms. Soriano from St. Anastasia Catholic School. Our next honoree is Joseph Warnstedt from Visitation Catholic School. Mr. Warnstedt teaches social studies and religion to 6th through 8th grade students. He is also the 7th grade homeroom teacher. Several things inspire him to teach. First is the excitement he sees in his students when they really enjoy a lesson or when they finally understand a topic that they've been struggling with. Secondly, he's inspired by simply sharing his passion for history and religion with his students. Finally, he's inspired to show the importance of learning history to his students because if we don't learn from our past, we will make the same mistakes. His school principal states that Mr. Warnstedt is a remarkable young educator. He embodies the ideals of the most aspirational traits of a teacher that motivate, engage, and provoke thought in his students. He has incorporated different teaching strategies in his lessons and always implements creative challenges that elicit higher order thinking and creativity. Way to go, Mr. Warnstedt from Visitation Catholic School. The last honoree of the night is Mr. Joseph Starks from Westchester and Rich Science Magnet High School. Mr. Starks teaches construction to 9th through 12th grade students. What inspires him to teach are his students. He himself was inspired by Larry Sims, who taught him almost everything he knows about the construction business, and he was the first to suggest that Mr. Starks would be a good teacher if he chose to do so. His school principal states that Mr. Starks is a student-centered educator who is passionate about work with youth. He currently serves as sponsor of the Aspen Challenge Club, UCAL, Mesa Club, and is the architect and designer of the Sustainability Learning Lab and Garden scheduled to open next school year. And now we'd like to give Mr. Starks an opportunity to say a few words.
Hey, good evening, everybody. How you guys doing? I just want to say to everyone, I hope that you all are doing well during these times, and I hope your family are doing well also. I want you to know I'm very grateful for this award. It means a lot. And it's a great feeling to always be recognized and appreciated for what you do. And I truly appreciate this. So I'm going to start off by thanking the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce. Correct me if my math is right, but you said 1984 when you started. That's 37 years. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for the continued support. I want to thank my family and friends, those who are watching and those who couldn't make it this evening. And I want to especially thank my wife, Jeanette, for putting up with me, the long hours, the weekends, me talking in my sleep, yelling at my students. I teach green construction, so as to say, I teach a loud subject. I want to thank my peers, my fellow teachers at Westchester and Rich Sciences Magnets. They are fierce educators, and I really appreciate working with them. I want to thank my administration, especially Dr. Mack, for supporting me from day one. She got there. Thank you. And also the LD West, Ms. Hildredge and her staff. And I want to give a shout out to my students who keep me on my toes, keep me centered, and who are very brutally honest with me. So thank you to them. Special shout out to all the teachers here tonight. You guys are truly awesome. And to Christine, Gwen, and Ramona, thank you for all your assistance. I really appreciate you guys. Stay safe, and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stark. And so, Christina, it's back to you for more fun.
We're going to do our last raffle of the evening, and I did get some comments online, and they were asking if I was continuing to change my clothes. And the reality is, guys, I usually do events all the time, and we had about 6 events scheduled, so I bought all my dresses, and I figured I might as well get some use out of them at the event. So I just took a page from the Oscars and threw on a bunch of dresses for the different wardrobe changes. I hope that you enjoyed them. I finally got some use out of them, and I got out of my yoga pants. So it's not about me, it's about you. I have 2 more raffles left. The first one is a $150 gift card to Jamaica Bay Inn, Marina Del Rey. It's a beautiful location right on Mother's Beach. You can use it to dine there at the beautiful beachside restaurant, or you can use it for a night stay when you're ready for a staycation and a little getaway. And the winner of that package is Mr. Stark from Westchester and Rich Sciences Magnet, the beachside. All right, and our last is a $150 gift certificate to one of my favorite spots, the Marina Del Rey Hotel and home of the wonderful Salt restaurant. $150 to be used either as a stay or as dinner at Salt. And the winner is, here we go, who's it gonna be? Miss Moore from Wish Academy. Congratulations, Miss Moore. Congratulations to all the teachers. You are all amazing, and I thank you for participating in this awesome event with us. So this concludes our 2020 Teacher Eddy Awards. We once again like to congratulate our outstanding Teachers of the Year. We know it isn't easy, but being a teacher is now more important than ever, and you're all truly an inspiration. I would also like to once again thank our generous sponsors, the Drollinger Family Charitable Foundation, the William Hannon Foundation, the Hometown News, the LAX Coastal Education Foundation, the Playa Venice Sunrise Rotary Club, Sarlo Income Tax, Legato, Kaiser Permanente, SoCal Gas, Westchester Lutheran Church and School, and St. Anastasia. We truly couldn't have done this without you. It took a lot of dedicated people working together, but apart, to make tonight happen. And I'd like to thank my amazing chamber team. You can't see them, but they're on this call. We have Julian, Chad, Kelly, and Judith. We have Amy Servadia, who's the art director behind all of this, David Crown from Stay Frosty Media, Alicia Magana from Kima Events, Stephanie Davis from the Hometown News, and all the volunteers from the Playa Venice Sunrise Rotary Club that delivered all of your gift bags to you guys today. And to our audience watching at home, I want to thank you for tuning in and sharing this special event with us. We love this community, and we are so grateful to be part of it. Thank you again for celebrating those who inspire 20 of our 2020 Outstanding Teachers of the Year. Thank you, and have a great night.